In my recent video about building the mortise and tenon log rails for the deck, episode 14, I mentioned that I would have serious issues with the log railings over time, and I would cover those issues in a future episode. Well, here's that episode. I built and installed this log railing on the deck about 15 to 20 years ago, and it's held up fairly well, but the problem I'm having is I have to restain it every year, and several times I've completely sanded it all down and restained it, started from fresh, and still it won't hold the stain. I've tried several different products. You can see that it just won't hold up. That's just one season. There isn't a single year that's gone by, except for now, that I haven't had to stain it, because it just doesn't hold the stain, doesn't keep it at all. And you can see where it's starting to rot, get soft, starting to fall apart. So what I'm going to do is replace the posts with 4x4s and put in some iron pipe railing. You can see down there. I've got 11 10-foot sections of iron pipe that's used for gas line, and kind of saw that idea on another YouTube video, so I'm going to give it a shot and see if I can go completely maintenance free. I enjoyed doing this. I cut all the mortise and tenons, and it was kind of fun, but again, I want to get away from all the maintenance required for this to hold up. I'll keep the railing that's under the deck there, because it doesn't get any exposure to sun or very little rain, snow. I'll keep that and replace the posts with the steel pipe from this post on, and then around down the steps, and then down this side, and then that small section right there. You can see where the Raven likes to do his thing. Obviously, you have to tear the old down before you can put the new up. It was really disappointing to see all those days of hard work building these rails so many years ago come crashing down. and it's amazing how fast and easily it all comes apart. Or not. The new 4x4 posts would be attached to the deck using a half-lap cut. I used a combination of timberlock screws and lag bolts because in many areas I already had existing holes from the previous posts. The timberlock screws are expensive, but they work great. This was the only post that had to be mounted on the inside of the rim joist, or outer facing board, in order for it to line up evenly with the log rails I was keeping. So I had to get a little creative on how I was going to mount it. In case you're wondering, this is composite decking, not wood. With all of the posts now mounted, I made a simple jig to attach to the posts so that all of the pipe hardware would be mounted at exactly the same height and to avoid having to measure each individual post. The flanges have a set screw in them that secure the pipes so they don't move once they're installed. Just as I was about to start attaching the mounting hardware for the pipe, I discovered that the heads of the black outdoor coated screws I bought were too small for the mounting brackets. That required a 40-minute round-trip drive into Westcliff, only to find out nobody in town had any black coated screws with large enough heads either. So I did the next best thing. I'm using swivel flanges for the railing on the steps. This wasn't an overly complicated project, and it took about 2 days to finish. But so far, after about 4 years after I finished it, I haven't had to do a single bit of maintenance to keep it up.